And good morning. Good Wednesday morning. Another cold one. Oh, yeah, it's another cold one. Another update for TikTok. Oh my gosh. Must be more AI algorithms. Guaranteed. I don't know if we're guaranteed, but most likely. More AI introduction. Last night was awesome with the aurora for a lot of people around the country. For some, I can't say for a lot, but I was getting photos, people sending me stuff. I was like, wow. Then it was great to have Mark on, of course. It's cloudy here now. Snow showers in the area. No guarantees. So I'm going to set the equipment up later before it gets dark. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we're not staying where we were. Oh my gosh, I don't even think about that right now. Alexa, what's the temperature?
It's currently 58 degrees in Newport.
What is it?
Like 54 degrees. Today's forecast
58?
shows a high of 61 and a low of 31 degrees.
Wow, it's going to be warm. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. I didn't go out. What was all that? A lot of people liked it last night. Doesn't mean... Oh my God, I don't know which way I want to run the wire, run the house, through the back, through the front, oh my God, probably the back. Oh. I'm cold. Thus a wood stove is going. It's cold. I'm going to have to find the hammer because I've got to anchor that tripod on the side of the house if it gets windy. That's for sure. So that's a first move. We're going to need the hammer. Oh my gosh, here I go outside. Just in case we have more aurora tonight. I'm actually going to check space weather. What are they saying? Ooh, what a chill. The storm is not over. Another one is expected to hit tonight, which will elevate it back to G3 and G4. It says it here. Last night's severe G4 geomagnetic storm is subsiding, but the action is not over. Earth's magnetic field is still reverberating from a double strike of CMEs on November 11th. A third is expected to hit Earth on November 12th, elevating storm levels back to G3, G4. If you missed the auroras last night, you might get another chance. There you go. So it might be good tonight again. Despite what people were saying last night. Whoa, it's going to be better tomorrow night. It's subsiding, but due to this third one hitting, it could elevate it again and make it a G3 major or a G4 severe geomagnetic storm tonight. Maybe. Which means I have to figure out a way. It's so cold out. It says it's 58 degrees. I don't believe that. It felt colder. It feels colder in here at least. Let me see. It's easier if I just go outside. Oh, there's still a chill in the air. There's still a chill. But I have to wire it through the backyard. Oh, I got a whole bunch of shit to do. Oh my God, if I'm gonna do it tonight. Covering the aurora. Last night was awesome. For a little bit, not that long. Let me see. It was. I have not seen it like that. I want to look at the past string. What's up, KJ? KJ saw nothing. Right, KJ? It was dark. He's sending me black pictures. Look how beautiful the aurora is. Amol, I got to show you something. Oh, here's something. I'm experimenting a little bit this morning again. But I just want to show. I know you got to go to work. It's wild. And thanks to Mark coming on. But this was last night here. This was last night here. I mean, look at that. This was last night. The colors were outrageous. I mean, look at the reds. Look at that. That was last night here. So it was quite active. Now they're saying tonight could be a repeat. And I would say people in the country pay attention. So anyway, Amol, I got something for you before you go to work. A little more experimental music. Because I know you gotta go to work. So do I. And I gotta start running these cables outside for tonight, even though it doesn't look good. It's cloudy. I don't know if it's gonna clear up for tonight. There's a lot of clouds out there. All right, here's the experimentals. I did like 3 or 4 of them this morning. I'm not so sure. I haven't heard them yet. Not really. Not at length.
Closest to our solar system, dwarf star GJ251, cool and small in size. Super Earth, newly discovered, exciting, led to possible life existing in the habitable zone, presence of liquid water and ice. Witness of a star's wobble.
That's more of a techno feel like.
From telescopes worldwide, spectrographs.
I don't know about that one. Sounds alright, but it doesn't really have the Indian. All right, go. This one has a feel. I like this. All right, Amor, we'll mess with this tonight.
18 light years away, closest to our solar system. Dwarf star GJ251, cool and small in size. Super Earth newly discovered.
Oh yeah, we'll mess with that tonight. He's got to go to work. He's Indian. He was the one that turned me on to Bollywood music. And I like it. The older one. The older style, like from 15 years ago. So I'm changing it up. I'm experimenting. I'm trying to write a Bollywood type of song with my lyrics. So far, it's 50-50. But anyway, getting back to last night. Look what the heck was going on last night. Oh my gosh, just even now that's when it started to change. Now people don't realize it. The ring, look at that. Look how bright that green was. Look at the colors last night. And that's when I moved the camera, which I'm gonna have to do. Look at these greens, my gosh. This is when it was hot. Look at that. This was last night. Blues, purples, greens, reds, pinks. It was crazy last night. And it could happen again tonight. I'm just gonna fast forward so you can see the colors change. Look how deep those reds. And then, of course, it's over. It doesn't last long. It's all depending on when that oval is over you. And that's what people don't understand. It doesn't work the way you think it does. As the Earth rotates and it's moving toward the east, the oval doesn't move. The oval stays on the pole. And your location will obviously change based on the movement of the Earth. So the oval's not going to be over you all night. But this is some of the stuff that was going on last night. It was incredible. And people are like, oh, all I see is dense fog. Well, you missed it. You missed it. Because it was unbelievable. And I'm scrambling. Look at the colors. Purples, blues. And you could see as I'm going, because I moved the camera. Look at those reds. Look at how deep those reds were. And it's cloudy. Can you imagine? And then it fades. So it doesn't last long. It does not last long. So think about it. The oval, and it depends on the intensity of the oval at the time. The oval is around the North Pole, but the Earth is rotating. So your location may not be no more underneath that oval area where the aurora's activity. You're moving away from it. So you got to get it while it's happening in your location. Then it moves out more to the west. As the Earth is moving toward the east, well, then the west gets that action. So it would be later for them. Does that make any sense? So that's why tonight I got shows till 8. I'm going to set up my equipment soon, which is not going to be easy. Because I'm going to put the cable, not through the front door, because I can go through the side around the house this way, through that back door. Then I got to stake that thing down, tripod, which is a great, heavy duty. It's like a $400 tripod. This thing is official. Manfrotto? It's a Manfrotto, I think. So tonight we're going to try again to do the aurora. If you did not see it last night, and you live in a dark sky area, away from the light pollution, you might have a second chance tonight. It doesn't matter where, because people were seeing it in New Mexico, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Florida. So don't think that you cannot see it. You could see the aurora tonight if you're preparing to observe it now. Like with my camera, South Carolina, you seen, is that what you put, South Carolina? Did you see it? People were sending me pictures from all over. People seen it from all over last night. It was outrageous, even here in Hudson Valley, New York. I mean, this is from last night. I was showing it. Look at the colors change. Well, it's hard to do it. Let me go this way. Look at this. This is in front of my yard, in front of my house. I just hope it's clear tonight. It's not looking good. I mean, look at these colors. Yes. Well, actually, not necessarily stronger. That's the word. That's not what space weather is saying. And I'll get into that in a second. It could be as strong as last night, because the two have subsided, but there's a third affecting our planet, And that could increase it back up to a G3, G4 tonight. It was a G4 last night. So, heck yes. It can be as strong as last night. Let's put it that way. Look at this. And it was cloudy. Look at the reds. But see, I got to put my camera in a better position today. But yes, it could be really cool tonight. And I'm going to read what Space Weather's writing. But who knows? It could be stronger. Because there's still activity going on right now. And it could just bring it right back up. It depends on the impact. Well, let me go to Space Weather and read to you what they're saying. I always go to Space Weather. So last night, double CME strike produces a severe storm. Arriving earlier than expected, it struck Earth on November 11th. The closely spaced sequence of impacts produced a severe geomagnetic storm. Aurora spread across almost every U.S. state, with sightings as far south as Florida, California, Texas, Arizona, and Alabama. Which we can confirm because TikTok was keeping me informed that people were posting images from all over the country. And tonight may be a repeat. I'm going to read what they're saying about tonight. The storm is not over. Last night's severe G4 geomagnetic storm is subsiding, but the action is not over. Earth's magnetic field is still reverberating from a double strike of CMEs on November 11th. A third CME is expected to hit Earth on November 12th, elevating storm levels back to G3, G4. If you missed the auroras last night, you might get another chance. That's what it's saying, which is good enough for anyone. No, you can't go by the time. You have to just watch the ring. Like if you go to Space Weather, they got an image of where the oval is, and there's other places you can look. You have to just be mindful and observe where is the storm intensifying. The oval will tell you. That's me. The oval tells you. So if you go to Space Weather, I don't know if I might get in trouble doing it. On the main page on the left side, spaceweather.com, they have an image of the oval. Here's the oval right now. This is what you need to keep an eye on. See, the oval is way on the other side. Remember, it goes around the pole, the North Pole. So you gotta watch where the oval is. And obviously the Earth rotates. So the oval might be over me, but as the Earth is spinning, I could be moving away from the oval, thus the activity wanes down, and now it's here and toward the west. Or, you know, it's depending how far south it affects. But remember, the Earth is rotating. So if you're on that oval peak, it's not going to last long. Because as the Earth is rotating, it can move away from the oval. Or it can move into a better area of the oval. Depends where the oval is. That's the key. You've got to keep an eye on the oval. You do that, you'll be okay. Just keep checking Space Weather. Or there's other applications that you can do that. That would be my advice. What's up, Genghis? But last night was awesome. That's the best I've ever seen an aurora here. Now my camera, because of the camera itself, enhances the view. Other, you know, it's not that easy with the naked eye unless it's just wow. But it has to be, you have to be like close to the ring or near the ring. From a distance, you can still see it. People were using their iPhones. I tried on my Android S25 Ultra. I didn't see nothing, but I wasn't playing with it. But this, well, I don't even know where my phone is. Just make sure you're in a dark area. Look toward the north. Could be northwest. Could be northeast. Just look generally north. But use your phones. People were using their phones like crazy last night taking pictures. Out my window, all the trees are directly north, so I can't see. There'll still be trees, but they'll be lower. Because the property goes like this. So that's a higher point, your point. And it's away, it's further away. So I'll have a better vantage point, but it's gonna be tough for me to run the cables. But last night was amazing with the aurora. Genghis, did you see it? Louisiana people were saying they seen it. Oh, this was always there. It's just it was covered by that Sasquatch playing the guitar with the United States with our flag. But that was always there. I just had it covering it. Actually, I kept this up for one real reason. Lee Spiegel. And he signed it right there. That's Lee's signature. And Richard Dolan and Mark signed the bottom of the UFO. So I said, you know what? That is a memorabilia piece. You know what I mean? And then behind me is the picture I took with the ancient aliens. I made it into a 20 by 30. So that's a pretty big picture back there. Then over here is the poster signed by them. And this poster is the Conjuring movie poster signed by Annie. What's up, Susie? So I changed it around. I managed to fit stuff. I had to take Martin Willis's painting down of the triangle UFO, but I'll find another place to put it. Maybe like right over there. I'm running out of room. Yeah, the picture's big. I mean, it's 20 by 30. You can't see it because of my chair, it's big. See it? That's big. That's 20 by 30. That's big. It doesn't look big on the screen. That's a big picture. And I don't know if it was you, Susie, I think, that told me to go to Walgreens to get it printed. It was done. Like that. Half hour. It was done. And then I got the frame. That picture looks freaking amazing. It's so sharp. But it's a nice little memorabilia piece, you know what I mean? Now, if I do a model this winter, which I probably will, I did all those models last winter. All these models you see. And let me tell you, only 2 out of 13 or 14 up there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got to count the Death Star. Out of those 15, only 2 were made for lights. Only 2. The rest, I had to drill different drill bits, cut things. You don't even know what I went through to make these models. You know how many wires are inside those models? Lights? It's just crazy. I had people offering me to build them and send it to them, but it's too risky. It's too fragile. Even wrapping it, I'd be scared because they're super fragile. I mean, I have pictures somewhere, and I got to do a show in 2 hours, so I got to get my butt in gear if I'm going to set up this equipment for tonight. And I don't know where the hell these pictures are. I go through this every time. Like, where do I put my pictures for the models? There's a couple in here, which I really... Oh, here we go. Here's some. This is what it's like. This is just a small sample. This is when I was building Voyager. Let me just get rid of this. Voyager, which is... Where's Voyager? All the way up there. Voyager's up there. Check it out. This is what it's like. I mean, and the decals, that's a whole different story. But see these holes? I drilled these holes. These holes weren't on the model. Different sizes, smaller, see the smaller. I drilled all this. I drilled all this. Everything. And this is already wired. Can you imagine how many wires are in here? And lights in here and in here. This is already done separately. Look at this. Imagine trying to jam all those lights into a model like this. And then sticking it all together and getting it back to work. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. So it's not as easy as it looks. Just to put it in perspective. Like this is a beauty. Look how you can't understand the beauty of the Death Star unless you're here. Look how beautiful the Death Star came out. I mean, not the Death Star, the Star Destroyer. Look how beautiful that shit looks. You cannot see the beauty. I can. Look how beautiful that is. That's the Death Star. I mean, like Death Star, Star Destroyer. That's one example. Look how gorgeous that is. I mean, it's a lot of work. Again, here's another picture. On how it is inside these models. This is the Voyager again. Look at all these, look at the wiring. It's nothing. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, even this one, you can see all the holes that I had to drill. Just to make it look like that. It's just craziness. That came out so beautiful. That one really, really. And I'm good at inventing stuff. Like MacGyverism. There's the Romulan ship. Close up. Again, you can't appreciate the beauty unless you're here and looking at them in person. Really, it's like that. You just got to be here to see them. That's the best way I could put it. And I was looking at pictures like this to get an idea how it's lit up. Like I was getting ideas. I have the Excelsior. It's up there. So, you know, it is homework involved when you're doing this stuff. I don't know if this is the one I want to show, but this one came out gorgeous. Oh yeah, I designed them. This is up there. You can't see the beauty. It's way up there. Which one is this? Oh my gosh. Which Enterprise is this? I can't remember. Was a light model. This one was the one of only two that was actually a light model, so it was a little easier to build. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it? Look how stunning it looks. Looks gorgeous. The decals, everything. Even when I was building, and like I said, myself, and drill it. It was crazy. It's a lot of work. Yeah, a Genghis. And even like this. This is from Battlestar Galactica. I put those lights. That's not a light model. That's the one right there. Look how beautiful that looks. And I'm not a person of patience. Just think of that. Think of that. So like the Millennium. Here's the Millennium. This is when I was building it still. Look at it. And I've got every painting. I mean, I've got all kinds of paints and all kinds of stuff to build these models. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's an investment to build these models because you got to get a lot of stuff. See, there's when I'm doing the decals and painting. Which I still got to make it dirty, like it looks like it's getting shot. I have to do that with grounded. I have to ground up some pastels to look like it's getting, and the pop marks from like it's being shot at with, you know, in space. But I've got a ton of these. I'm just pushing up pictures. I don't even know. Oh, that's a picture I took as a reference. See, I take pictures just to give me an idea. That's so beautiful. That is so freaking beautiful. I love that. Really. So yeah, I've got a lot of work involved there. Is that the Enterprise? Yeah, that's the Enterprise. There's a bunch up there. Even the Death Star that I built, I had to drill holes in it. It was crazy. But then, like, I have a rig that nobody has. See how this is? This is actually a clothes hanger thing. This ain't moving. My bike with the GoPro 360 goes up 8 feet in the air to film. So you don't see me. All you see is 360 seeing in the scene. So this is something I built on my bike that allows me to do that. And this is a MacGyver rig. Nobody has this kind of crazy rig. But it pays off because my GoPro videos are outstanding. They're outstanding. Because a lot of GoPro videos that people do with 360, you turn it around, and what do you see? Oh, it's the person. You turn the camera around because they have it on their bike. The worst thing you could do is have it on your helmet for a GoPro 360. You want stability. I guess a lot of people don't know how to use the GoPro 360s properly. And it is something that you really need to check the settings out and do it right. That's just bottom line. But I got that shit down. Like, you've seen the videos. Some of them. I'm going to pull up one of mine now. Where is New York City? New York City. I got too many videos in here. New York bike ride. Is this the one? Where's the video? There it goes. I don't know if this is the one where it was a traffic jam on. It might be. Yeah, this is the one. Oh my God. It was like a traffic jam on riding my bike. On a Saturday morning in New York City in August. This one. Oh my God. It was like a traffic jam riding the bike. But this is 360. Now, if we look around, look how high my camera. It's so high that I got to be careful that I don't hit these signs. Look how close that is. Boom. It's crazy. Look at that. Can you imagine? I got to watch out for high points, like this sign coming up. I got to make sure I get away from that. And there's a bike person coming next to me. So between the sign and the bike rider, I got to really pay attention. And this bike ride is not for anyone. You got to know how to ride a bike to do this. Even going over the George Washington. If you do not know how to handle a bike, you will be toast. You will be toast. Because there's just so much going on. And you have to watch out for pedestrians, other cyclists, people on e-bikes, scooters, everything. But look at this traffic jam. Look. Look at them all waiting. It's a traffic jam. This is at 8:30 in the morning. Look at this. See that thing up there? Watch when I get to go underneath an area. The camera is literally inches away from getting wiped out. It's 8 feet above the ground. It's on a 6-foot extension rod, and the bike is about 2 feet above that. So, watch this. And I got to worry about bike riders coming my way. But I can't hit the sides, because if I hit these sides right here, I'm done. Those corners. Oh, look how close it is. Boom. Look how close to hitting the top. Look at that. And then I can turn the camera. That's the great thing about the GoPro 360. Look at that. Look at this view. Look how clean the image is. Look how stable it is. A lot of people don't have these kind of GoPro 360 videos. Look at the city. This is the George Washington Bridge. So I took a lot of time and effort to get this perfected. And a lot of time by any stretch. At all. Zero. And I was born in Manhattan. I grew up in the Bronx, lived in the Bronx, been up here 20 years. I have no regrets. I love it here. I actually parked the car in Jersey and crossed over with the bike this way because I was trying to figure out how can I get to the trail, because that trail goes all the way to Canada. That one trail, the Empire State Trail, goes from New York City all the way to Canada, from Albany to Buffalo. It's 750 miles worth of bike or pedestrian trail. So this is part of it. But it was closed off. They were doing construction, so I had to say, how can I get to the trail? So I went from Jersey. So look how beautiful, but look at the traffic of bikes. It's craziness. Look at this. This is at 8:30 on a Saturday, though. People don't realize how condensed and congested New York City is. There's a lot of people there. Just a lot of people. I'm thinking it's 8:30. It's a beautiful day, though. It was a beautiful day, as you could see. I'm like, will there be many people coming from Jersey side? Oh, was I wrong? Look at them all. And it's narrow. That's why I say you got to be careful riding a bike. And there's probably people behind me. And I don't know how people ride without a helmet. I don't understand that. I don't understand it at all. Understand that. I don't understand it at all. Me, I got helmet and I wear gloves. I always wear gloves. Always. So, yeah, this was... Here comes that. Now let me see if I can pause it. Here it comes, right? Here. Now, if I'm too close to this right here, I'm toast. Now, I can't be on this side because the people are coming this way. But the camera, I got to make sure I'm in this sweet spot. If I try to cut this corner too close, the camera's going, I'll destroy the camera. It's as simple as that. The camera is destroyed. It will hit. Look. I mean, look how close it is. Look, it would hit. It would hit. There's no doubt. If I'm too close to the side, it's going to hit. And there's other people riding. And there's probably people behind me. There's my reflection. So this is like really risky. Look at that. If I'm too close, it's done. And I see people coming toward me, so I got to pay attention to two different things. And it was crazy. It was gorgeous. And there's the Hudson River. And this is the George Washington Bridge. Look how clear that image is. It's 4K. And then you got clowns that ride the bike, as you're going to see in front of me in a second. This clown stops right in front of me as I'm coming. In about 1 minute. Look at all the riders, though. All the cyclists. So many. And this is, again, at 8:30 in the morning. Isn't it gorgeous? But you got to see the city. The city is gorgeous. And let me tell you this right now. Despite what people say, the city is so much cleaner than it's been in so long. I can't even tell you. This is all new. They've done a heck of a job on this and the west side where I ride the bike. The city is so clean. It's amazing how they cleaned up the city. What's up, Neil? The bridges make the feet tingle. Genghis, if you ever come to New York, I got extra bikes. We go bike riding. Rewind it. He stops right in front of me to go hang out with the bike crew club or whatever it is. I did once when I was driving my car. When I was like in my early 20s, I was stopped at a light in the South Bronx going to a Yankee game. And there was two guys on each side shooting at each other. And I'm stopped at the light. And I'm seeing this right in front of me. Gangbangers shooting at each other. I was like, oh my God. So look at the guy in the orange. Or whatever color that is. Look, he stops right in front of me. Look. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Look. Stops right there. Right there. Now I understand because there's riders coming. He has no choice. That was why he stopped. He has to wait. And I have to cut around him. I'm like, oh my God. But look at the craziness. And this is why I say you have to be skilled. Because when I get to the street, I have to get to the trail, which I have to ride on the actual streets of New York City, which I cannot stand. I try to avoid that like the plague. Like even here, look down, which way am I going? All right, I gotta go left. Look at all the bike riders. They're coming from every different angle. Look at this. Are they stopping? I mean, and then over here, I'm trying to navigate around them. And look how high the camera is, just to give you perspective. The camera's above the cars. And I'm following him, because that's exactly where he's going, to the trail. Look at the camera shadow. That's how high it is. Look how high that camera is on that. Look how long. No, I didn't speed up the motion. This is real time. This is not sped up. This is real. This is actual video. This Z-Bridge was a nightmare. And you'll see the camera hit the trees. I mean, not the trees, the leaves. The camera took a lot. But the GoPros are pretty good like that. Look, branches, leaves. You're going to see me hit. The camera's going to hit it. If I had the audio on, you'll hear it. Boom. There's one. Almost hit that one. People. He's a good rider in front of me. He is a right. Another one I hit. Look at this. Navigating around people. Sharp turn, a hill. Another little leaf. Another one. This is all part of the Empire State Trail of New York State. 750 miles. This goes all the way to my house. And beyond. Look how awesome it is, though. There's the George Washington Bridge. We're going underneath it. I'm moving it because it's 360. See? There's the bridge. I'm hitting more leaves, by the way. There's the bridge. Another leaf. And I had to stop because I was worried about the camera. I know it got hit a few times. Right. So, just to skip a little. Oh, I just left the Intrepid. Yeah, this is where the Intrepid is. The museum. And right next to it, you could do the circle line on the opposite side. But look, here's the Intrepid. SR-71 is on it. There's a submarine next to it. And there's the Intrepid Museum. It's beautiful. And look, the thing is, it is so clean. So clean. It is spotless. I'm like, wow. Good on you. New York City, a lot of tourists. A lot of tourists. Especially on a Saturday, a lot of tourists. And there's the Intrepid. Look how beautiful. Look at that. Oh shit, what did I do? Look at that. Let's look at the city. I made a lot of stops though. This was a long bike ride. This was like 3-4 hours. 50 miles. No, 55 round trip. So you see, I skipped a lot. There comes Freedom Tower. Look at that. But look how clean. I can't emphasize how clean and beautiful it is. It's beautiful. Look at this. There's one thing I want to do, but I don't know if the trail is open at night. I would love to get the city at night on camera. Riding the bike. I would love it. But I don't know if they close this at dusk. The trees are in the way, but I get a good view. Right here in this opening. Look at that. Look at the reflections of the other buildings off of it. And here come the trees. So yeah, that. Now we get to see them all. Look at this. It's gorgeous. I mean, really gorgeous. I lost my way. Here we go. And then I went to the footprints. Because I lost a couple of friends. I was talking to those police officers. Well, I think I'm going to walk up to them now. I kept the bike far away so people don't see their faces or anything. I'm not going to do something stupid. What's up, Nick? I don't know what the cost is, Lewis, to go in. I'm pretty sure I know I walked to the police officers to talk to them. Oh, I was leaving. Oh, no, I was putting the bike here. Who's going to steal the bike when I'm going to talk to police officers? So they had the long guns, the K9 unit. And I thanked them for what they do. I told them I'm from upstate, blah, 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 blah. Okay, here. The footprint. Here's the footprint. My friend, I lost two friends actually, but one was more of a direct, close friend. He was a Port Authority police officer. He lived right across the street from me. I went to high school with him and everything. Horrible. Horrible. And then I bought a couple of caps here. Two police. Well, no. Yeah, two NYPD caps. Memorial. I got to go back down there and get a FDNY. I didn't have the room. Actually, I could buy this stuff there. That's where I bought mine. They got a lot of cool stuff there. And here's the other footprint. As you can see, I'm walking the bike. And here's the other footprint. I'm going to tell you, as a person in New York at the time, Mom was downtown when this happened. I had family members coming back home in shock, full of that stuff all over them. And to lose a friend, two, but really one, it was horrific. It was horrific. Let me see. I'm moving the mouse around for the 360. Look how beautiful. And look how beautiful. Yet somber. Very somber. It's tough. It is tough. Oh, I stopped to fix my bag and the camera. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I was doing something. Oh, I was fixing my light. I always check everything. It's important. I'm getting something. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Food? Maybe? All right, I'm closing it up. What was I doing? What the hell was I doing? Oh, that's the power bank to keep the GoPro. So I must have food. Oh, yeah. I got my food. That's funny, actually. And then going on, I went to the Battery, which is also cray-cray. Going down to the Battery. Right here. This is the southern tip of Manhattan where they have the ferry, Staten Island Ferry, the Statue of Liberty line, big time. So, I don't know why it's doing that. It's glitching. I'm not going to mess with it. And you could look around, you could see Manhattan, vendors. There was a memorial here I never knew it existed for seamen that were lost at sea during World War II, and I found it. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that existed. I didn't even know it existed, and I stumbled upon it. I said, let me see what's back there, and it was gorgeous. But look how clean. Just realize how clean it is. I mean, I couldn't even find anything. It's so clean. This was not the case 20, 30 years ago. Absolutely not. And this is all really recently constructed and new. They're still working on some areas. Right here. This memorial, all their names are on those walls that look like paddleball courts. It's names of those lost. And then they've got this here. That right there with the, and it says in the back, and it's you could see it, 1941 to 45. Those I can't read it. Lost their lives. The men's service. You could see it though. Merchant Marine, Army, Transport Service. It's all during World War II. That right there. And their names are all on these. And I had to go look at the walls and all the names on it. You can't really make it out, but their names are all on there. It's moving. And there's a lot of glare from the sun. But yeah, that's deep. And now I'm making my way back north. I stopped at the pier. This is beautiful too, the piers. This is right near Christopher Street, the Village. I'm stabilizing the bike. Look at that. That's Jersey. Newark. Hoboken. The statue, you can't really make it out. It's right there. Isn't that beautiful? Let me go forward. Because there's a lot here. There's just a ton. Where am I? I'm sitting on a bench now, eating or drinking my, Gatorade. Should have writing already. Took my little break on the bench. And then I was bugging out because I found this. I was like, what the hell? I'd never seen this before in New York City. They got sand like a beach. And they're sitting there, and I'm like, what? I never saw this before. They got like a freaking little beach on a pier. Obviously, they're not going to go swim in the Hudson. There's no access, but they got like a little beach. You know, a human-made beach. So I couldn't believe it. I never knew this was there. They're all just hanging out like they're at a beach. in the middle of Manhattan. I was like, get out of here. But hey, great for the residents. All right, I'm on my trip. I go to the Circle Line. This was not fun to go into there. There's so many people. Here, this is it, where I went. Here's the Circle Line. And you could see the city. And where's that Lego building? That building drives me nuts. Looks like a Lego building. Where is it? Looks like it's made with Legos. I don't see it right now. It's probably hidden. I was like, what kind of construction is that? But anyway. And on the other side is the Intrepid. On the opposite side, the Intrepid is here. So if you find the Intrepid, that's like 42nd Street, west side. You'll find Circle Line on the other side. Uh-oh, here comes Mom. Where is the Lego? It looks like a Lego building. It's crazy. I know I got the fireplace going, the wood stove, everything's going. So it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Look how clean. Look how new. It's gorgeous. I mean, come on. It's gorgeous. I'm finding a spot. I like to be away from people. I try to stay away from people. I like to just be in my own private moment. There's the Intrepid. So that's where I stopped, yep. Right here. Like that? That's how sharp the camera is. Look at that. It is amazing, actually, Susie. It is beautiful. This is that Lego building. It looks bizarre. You have to see it up close. That building looks cray-cray. So this is just one of my trips. And now I'm heading north, back to the bridge. I stopped to check everything, because I have to do that. Because I want to make sure the video comes out right. I stopped here to check again. I'm always checking, because I want to make sure I get the video. And now I'm making my way back over the bridge, where I had some smart, you know what, behind me trying to pass me, and then I just burned them. I just went really fast. But he was trying. He was on the e-bike. This dude, right behind me, on an e-bike. He's not even pedaling. Look at him. Not even pedaling. And he's trying to make a way around me. The two of them, they're trying. And then he tries to come around me. And I feel him. You could feel, them right behind. Look at him. Look at this. Look at him. He's trying. And I notice it, and then I just dust him. Bye. Now I'm going to put you in the dust. You want to play? I can play. Keep up. Keep up now. Let's play. You want to play? I'll play. So now I'm pushing it. See? I hate when people do that. And I just left him. Even with his e-bike not pedaling. Come on. I'm a good bike rider. I do it all the time. Let's go. Come on. I'm just leisurely. Let's go. Because when somebody does that, I get upset. And I'm like, okay, now I'm going to just dust you. And I'm pedaling like a crazy person. Look at this. Pedaling like a madman. Let's go. So yeah. How many nights do you stay when you're? No, I go early and I come home the same day. I don't stay overnight. This is about an hour and a half from my house. What was the reservoir? What's the O and W? What's the O and W one? This one was crazy. This was one of the toughest ones in the mountains. And oh my God, this was a tough ride through really, really tough terrain. Oh my gosh, this one. Oh, this was a tough one. This was a tough one. This is in the middle of the woods on the mountains. This is not a joke. This one. This was a tough one. But it was gorgeous. Even this hill. Yeah, New York City is about an hour and a half to my south. But there's one part here that was crazy. I was talking to them. It's coming up. Watch this crazy hill. I stopped. I think it's ahead. Let me see. It's so hard to skip with this. I think it's ahead. I don't remember where it is. And I'm going to tell you, it's steep. I mean, you're in the woods. You are in the mountains. There is not, you are not in, there's a couple of, as I get near roads, you'll see a couple of houses. That's a parking area. But there ain't much here. You're out in the middle of nowhere. It's ahead of this. See, I'm checking the camera. There's a stream down there. Oh no, that's the road. There's another one with a stream. Beautiful though. I'm trying to find this little clip. It was crazy. I think it's coming up. I think. Well, I could tell by listening. Wait, that's, I was listening to Rush. Come on, why isn't this thing? Oh, it's because this is messing up. Let me fix this.
That tree stump looked like a bear from a distance. Oh my God.
I worry about the bears, trust me. Gotta worry about all that stuff.
Shit, I should have changed the battery there. Keep going. We got a couple of bars.
I think I went too far.
I want to drain it all the way down.
I think I did. I can't remember where this thing is.
Holy shit.
Maybe it's here.
Probably got head bugs. Who ship runs aground? Here it comes. Put this shit on 5. Holy shit!
I'm struggling to make it.
Made it! Oh. Holy!
Now go back.
Who ship runs aground?
Watch what it looks like from the back.
Wait until the time comes to
It's crazy. And you have to be super careful because there's edges. What's up,
Hill
Kendall?
ahead. Here's that crazy hill. Holy shit.
All right, Susie.
Going back.
Watch.
Here it comes. Put this shit on 5. Holy shit.
And you got to be careful because you're like right on the edge. Look how steep that is. So yeah, that's an example of what it's
Time to
like.
catch that.
Slow,
Yes.
steep hill ahead.
Wow. That was
I had to use the electric for that. That was an E moment. I try not to use the electric, but in that
That's
case,
the worst part over.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was wild. That was like a freaking amusement park ride.
Trying to see if there's another one in here. But you get the idea.
If I don't have the camera, it's totally different.
I can't. Oh, the bridge. You want to see something beautiful? Right here. Check this out. Look how beautiful this is. This is gorgeous. This is one of my favorite trails right here. Up here.
The camera's not going to clear this.
Poof. Look at this. Look how beautiful.
All right, I'm going to go slow. Take a look.
Look at that. Look how gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm riding my bike. And then when I get over this, like I said, this is one of my favorite trails. When I get over this, what do we have over here on the right? There's a camping site here on this trail where you can go camping. There's all kinds of cool stuff. This is bear country, by the way. Absolutely bear country. And I do these bike rides all the time. It's how I lost 70 pounds. 75 now. Watch what's coming up.
Here's the cave,
Here's the cave.
where it's like air conditioning.
It is. But let's see if we could see. Look, what do you see there? Black bear? Oh yeah. There's a black bear. Bats. So it's crazy. Yeah, Marco, they redid it. It's gorgeous on the west side. It is gorgeous. And it was. It was, you know how it was decades ago, how filthy New York City was. Not anymore.
It's good.
Now look at the bear. There's the cave.
And there's the cave right down there. Isn't that cool? Oh, that feels good.
This is in the summer. This is like natural air
There's
conditioning.
the cave for those watching on the video. Oh,
And it's gorgeous.
riding it fast.
Oh, God.
All right, we'll be back.
Let me mute that as I'm singing along with the... But it's gorgeous. And this is where they used to make the cement decades ago. And it supplied like 50% of the cement to the country. Actually, it helped build a foundation for the Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty. All that shit came from here. Brooklyn Bridge. And these were the furnaces. Right up here. This is just one set of them. Right up there. Those were the furnaces. When they processed the natural concrete from in here, and you'll see them. It's called stone and pillar, or roof and pillar. I forgot what it's called. But it's here, where they were doing the excavation of the rock to make natural cement. Let me see if I can pause, because they're here. It's gorgeous. Since I was so busy these last months, I couldn't do the fall foliage. I wanted to do it, but okay, here's one. Then there's a lake. There's lots of lakes up here. Can't really see it, but it's gorgeous. Big lake, big time. And you are in the middle of the woods. There's no other way to put it. You are in the middle of nowhere. Here comes another area here, I think. I think it's right coming up on the left. Yeah, there's the fencing. All right, so it should be coming up, I think. I do this trail all the time. Right there. This is where they went in. Right down there. It's gonna come now. Right down there. Can't really see it, but that's where they did it. Right in here. So there's a lot of history here. It's a lot. And I can go on and on with these videos, but I'm not. So that's the kind of bike riding I do. It's getting cold now, so it's not as thermal pants, super thermal socks. So I do my bike riding in the winter too, but not when it's too cold. And no ice on the ground or snow, that's for sure. But there's plenty of time to go bike riding. And remember, tonight, we could see Aurora Part 2 tonight. Just to get back to last night. Last night was amazing. For a lot of people, the Aurora, it was amazing. The pictures that people were posting, it was official last night. And it could be that way tonight. And as I was showing on the screen earlier, this was here, and I gotta go outside very soon to start setting my stuff up for tonight. Because I'm gonna put it on the other side of the house. So this was last night, here. This was last night. And I'm just gonna go fast forward with it. I mean, it was amazing last night. I had to move the camera, which is why I'm going to do it now. Look how the reds took over. This was last night. Look at that. Even though it was cloudy, I mean, these colors, you could see it. Look how it just got really pink. Then it turned a little blue, a lot of green. And again, this was last night. And then it dissipated. So you could see some of this tonight. Look at that. Oh shit, what happened? Actually, I gotta do that too for the station. But it was unbelievable last night. Go to class, Nick, for activity. So, and it was seen throughout most of the country last night. That's not an exaggeration. Go to Space Weather and read it, and you'll see. Florida, Texas, California, Arizona. A lot of people seen it. And took beautiful photos. So it could happen again tonight. That is why I need to get my butt in gear and start putting all the equipment outside. Because it gets dark early. I'm surprised I'm not seeing any new emails for today's show. That's very odd. I have to check just in case before I go outside and do this work. Nothing. I'm not going to complain. So now comes the tough part, which I am not looking forward to doing. The weather is cloudy here. Which I'm gonna check now. Windy. I hope it breaks by tonight. Let me check satellite. I know we were a lot of clouds up here. Ugh, look at that. That's a lot of clouds. And it ain't moving that fast. Now I could get into this break maybe later. That's hours away. It's already 12:30, so this is dicey. There's a lot of clouds here. A friend of mine got 3 inches of snow in Buffalo. And the clearing isn't until back here, so, and it's still streaming down. But it's starting to go more to the east as this system up here is influencing it. So that's going to be close. We'll just check the radar. There's probably snow showers everywhere. See? Lake effect. It's the lake effect. This might hit me. It'll probably dissipate before it gets here. But these, look at Buffalo. But it might be raining. It might be too warm. I should call Chris. Let's look at wind. Yeah, it's in the 40s. It's raining. Lucky for them, because that lake effect machine is already starting. Wow, look at it. Coming right over the lakes, right into the Buffalo area and south. But for them, they're in the 40s. So that's good. Look at that. And look how cold it is in a lot of places, and it's been like that for a few days. Starting to warm up. Still cold where I am, but it's starting to warm up. Here comes that Gulf warm air right here. So your temperatures are going to bounce up. And then there's another little cold pocket here tomorrow. And look at that warm up. Look at the Gulf moisture. Look at that Gulf warmth air coming up. So your temperatures are going to bounce back. And I'll go to Sunday. There you go. Look at that. Nice. The warmth comes back. The cold is up here. But it's not too bad even up here. But still cold. As it should be. But the question is tonight. Will it be breaks, clearing, because there is a possibility of aurora tonight. They're saying it. Go to space weather. The storm is not over. Last night's severe G4 geomagnetic storm is subsiding, but the action is not over. Earth's magnetic field is still reverberating from a double strike of CMEs on November 11th. A third CME is expected to hit Earth on November 12th, today, elevating storm levels back to G3, G4. So strong or severe. Tonight, possibly, it's the word. If you missed the auroras last night, you might get another chance. That's what space weather is saying. So tonight could be part 2. You never know. G5, I don't know. I don't know about that, but G5, I don't know. I don't know about that, but let's just see if it gets back to a G3, G4 first. So, it's what you heard, it's supposed to rain in San Diego later this week. I didn't check the models for that. I did the, what is it called again? The baklava, whatever it is. I did it last year, riding the bike. And boy, oh boy, did people look at me strange. Because they, been there, done that. And I look weird with it all on. And then, you know, it's funny? People look at me, but they're freezing. Their faces are red from the cold. And I'm like, see? You might be looking at me strange, like I'm riding the bike like some nut, person. But look at you. You're freezing. I'm not. I'm not even feeling it. I don't even feel the cold. You got to see my thermal socks. If I showed you, you'd be like, what the hell is that? They're crazy thick. So I'm prepared. Now what I do got to do, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if Kendrick is awake. But I've got to run this 100-foot cable through C-130's in the air, through the back door, around the house, to the tripod, anchor the tripod, set that up on the side of my house so that I can get a good angle to the north without trees. This is gonna be tough. And I don't even know if I could do it through the back. I usually go through the front. But the front, people walk, deliveries, whatever. I don't want them tripping over the cord. Because that cord is connected to my camera. I gotta put more wood in the fire. What was that squeak? So I gotta run this crazy cable, which I put together last night very nicely. I've got to run this crazy cable through the back of the house. And I don't know how far it's going to go. I would rather go through the back. So I'm going to try to cut a corner here. But I don't want nobody to trip on it. So I got to put it, I'm going to run this under the chair here. Now we're going to work our way to the backyard and see how far can I go. And I don't want to ruin the cable. Wow, it's freezing. And we're going to test the camera. I open this stupid door. Let's close this door. Uh-oh, I don't want to squish my wire like that. Okay, that's not good. That's good. That is not going to work. Not for that side. Too short. Not going to work. Not that way. It's not long enough. So that's a problem. Now I gotta go through the front, which is worse. Oh my God. I have to do this now because I'm not gonna have time. I gotta work all day. Till 8 o'clock. All right, first things first. 100 feet isn't even enough. I'm gonna have to charge this up. I'm gonna need a sweatshirt. This is gonna be a pain. This is not, I gotta get a sweatshirt. This is not gonna be easy. Let me put a hoodie on. It's never freaking easy anyway. In the dark last night, oh my God, that was crazy. And I gotta charge up the camera. It's going to be cold out there. Now comes the tough part. Here we go. How am I going to run this? This freaking wire. I need as much as this wire as I can buy. I'm gonna have to untangle this because I even need this little extra. Every little counts. Every inch counts. Hit it. Careful. That's as long as I can go. Now I gotta put the tripod in the ground. Gotta go get some firewood. All right, tripod is in. What is that sound? Now let's put the camera. Oh. Camera is next. All right, let's see. Camera's on, but is it working? It is. I gotta clean the lens. And I gotta lower. Brighton living room light, 50%. Oh, come on. Hey, what's happening?
So, I'm on tonight, not next week, right?
Tonight? No, you're on tonight.
Okay, because
Or here last night.
you didn't hear, did you,
About?
that was supposedly triggered by 3i Atlas.
I wouldn't be surprised because when the sun had that X flare, it was the timing when it rotated around toward us was around the time that it interacted with 3i Atlas.
That's exactly what they said last week.
Really?
It triggered all those flares on the other side of the sun, which was going to spin around and hit us. And the guys last night on the weather, they said that no one expected it to be this strong. It was supposed to be a lot less, and then it turned into unbelievable strong. Like before at 6 o'clock, they were saying you might see it with the camera, and then they came back on at 10, and they said they couldn't believe how strong that was.
Yeah, and we might have it again tonight.
Well, the biggest part's supposed to be right now.
Yeah, but they said, I just read it on Space Weather, that there's another one. And he just told me last night. Yep, they're gonna have the lake effect. Wow, my lens is dirty somewhere. Oh my god. That means I don't want to take the freaking lens apart. Oh my god.
Better do it, Bill. This could be a huge storm tonight.
I know. All right, so I'll see you tonight for the show. I'll see you tonight. Bye.
6 o'clock, or about
Bye.
5:55. Bye.
All right. This is not good because this is not good. So there's definitely some dirt inside the lens where I have to take the lens off. It does. It needs cleaning. But this is not something that's easy to do. Because you can't blow on it. I need this special tool when I clean it with my special spray. I don't know where my kit is. I have like this little thing that puffs it. And I don't know where, oh, is this the kit? This could be the kit. This is not good. Here it is. I got more spray. All right, we're gonna have to do it. But I gotta put the electric first.
fix the power. This is not going to be fun. Tycho, chill out. It is working. Okay, we've got power. That one's charging, that one's charging. The two power banks are charging, which is great. The camera is charging. So that's good. Now the hard part. Because I have a night filter in between the sensor and the lens, which is going to create nightmares for me to try to clean this. Really bad. Let me just try to blow whatever dust is in there out first. The sensor looks clean, the filter. I have a night filter in there. Oh no, it doesn't. All right, time out. Okay. Let's see. I'm not trying to mess with this at all because, like I said, I have a filter between the sensor and the lens, and that is not an easy freaking thing to do. Shit, where's the white line dot? There's the red. Okay. Let's go take a look. I really do not want to mess with the sensor inside. If that cleaned it to a little bit, that'll be good enough. Everything is charging. Oh, I made it worse. I made it actually worse, I think. I'm gonna have to do it. Son of a biatch. Is it? No. Looks pretty good. I ain't touching it. It's staying just like that. I am leaving it just like that. Now later I'll have to adjust to move the camera itself. But I am not messing with that sensor. I have all the cleaning stuff right, so I have everything I need. I have kits. That's not the problem. The problem is I don't want to take that night filter out. It looks pretty damn good considering. And I just blew it out. Actually. It's actually pretty damn good. And now I can shut the camera down and leave it charged for tonight. The power banks, there's 2 power banks out there. And I could take my Ring doorbell. No, I won't make it that far. It's not a nice day out right now. You are the king. What about? I know you are. But you're not going on the side of the house. There's too much stuff out there. Go in the front. All right, we're good. So tonight, Alexa, shut off living room light.
Got it.
So tonight could be Aurora Part 2. Now, the camera's on the side of my house with the property on the side. which gives me a better point because of the trees. The power line, that's a different issue. But at least the trees aren't in my way so much. It is what it is. So that's it. Now we get ready for tonight. If it happens. If it clears up too. We'll still see it, but it'd be better if it were clear. But you could see it tonight. People see, I seen it last night here. It was amazing. So again, hopefully we'll get activity. That's what they're predicting. Just because they're predicting doesn't mean it's going to happen. But I'm prepared. And I'm glad I got it done. So as I was showing, this was last night. Here. Let me take my camera in. That doesn't even matter. This was last night. Back. It's a little windy, but I staked the tripod to the ground. And then I moved the camera to the side of the house. Now, that front of the house, what am I saying? That's the front. And now it'll be tonight on the side of the house. Look at those reds. Pinks. This was last night. I mean, it was gorgeous. Look how bright it is. Last night was wild. And then it got really red, pink, and then that was it. It doesn't last long. So this was last night. And like I said, tonight might be part 2 for a lot of people throughout the country. So that's why I've got my camera ready for tonight. And I just paused it. So what I gotta do is shut this down, let it charge for tonight, let the camera sit, and see what happens tonight. But as I read, go to space weather, and read. Oh, now they changed it. They just changed it. They updated it. The big unknown is a third CME coming. This is different from a half hour ago. On November 11, 2 CME struck Earth, sparking a severe geomagnetic storm. The storm is subsiding, but it could reignite if a third CME arrives today. Indeed, NOAA forecasters believe that another CME is approaching Earth, hurled in our direction by yesterday's X5 class solar flare. There is, however, a chance that this ultra-fast CME has already arrived, merged with one of the 2 that struck last night. We'll soon find out. If the third CME strikes, it will make itself known with the lights in the sky. So they're not sure. It could be that it's already happening and it'll dissipate, subside. Now the oval is not indicating much right now. The oval is not indicating too much. Let me get rid of the clock. We'll do that tonight. So here's the oval. Obviously, it's way on the other side of the pole. And that'll swing around by tonight. So we have to see how this develops, if it gets more intense with these colors down here. Right now, not so much. So you could keep an eye on space weather, and they update this just to get an idea where 8 Eastern, because I got to work now for the next 6 hours. So we shall see. Anyway, lovelies, have a great, wonderful Wednesday. Be well, be blessed, be safe. Remember, this was seen throughout most of the country last night. People were taking pictures in Florida, Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, you name it, Oklahoma. I seen people posting all kinds of stuff last night. So don't think that you can't see it if it happens again like last night. So you can use your iPhones, whatever devices, just you might have to mess with the filters or settings. I don't know, because I'm not using it. But people were saying use your iPhone. You could see it through your iPhone. You may not see it visibly with the naked eye so much, but with the phones enhancing the colors in the sky in the dark, you might just get it if it's bright enough. That's the key, if it's bright enough. But definitely keep an eye on space weather, keep an eye on the ring, stay informed, because tonight could be super cool. How many times do you get a chance to really see an aurora without having to travel to locations to see it, that it happens? Well, tonight could be your second chance to have that opportunity. And that is so cool, because this does not happen often. The astronomer. And he'll be with me on tonight. Hopefully. You don't see this often here. Not in the Hudson Valley, New York. Let alone in other places in the country. And if you're interested in this, you should definitely check it out tonight. With the family, whatever, because I'm on TikTok. Tuba View. Book of Face. You saw green, red, and yellow last night? Really? I got pictures people sent me. Like, there's one, let me see if I can find it quick. From Florida, Northwest Florida, a friend of mine sent me a picture. It was amazing. Think about that, the panhandle of Florida. Oh my God, tell me I didn't. I think I might have deleted it. No, I didn't delete it. Did I? I might have. That's unfortunate. Christmas tree nebula. By the way, if you want to see some cool stuff that Mark does, Sky Tour live stream on TubaView or skytourlive.org. Check out some of these images he gets with his telescope. The Christmas tree nebula. He gets this with his telescopes in Arizona. He's got 2 of them, soon to be 3. Look at this. That's stunning. Stunning. Here's something else here. This is Cygnus Wall. He gets these images with his telescopes. The helix, which is a sun, a star at the end. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Omega Nebula coming up. Look at that. That is gorgeous. That is absolutely stunning. This is from his telescope. There's a view. Look at that. Look at the detail, the depth. I mean, that's unbelievable. And look at the Christmas tree nebula. I mean, just going in here and looking at it, it's freaking stunning. It looks like eyes, like a face. That's amazing. That almost looks like a wolf or a dog right there. See it with the ears, the eyes, the nose, right? Kinda. I see that. Pareidolia right there for me. It looks like a dog. The paw, the leg. It looks like a dog. But yeah, that's beautiful. So yeah, make sure to check out Sky Tour live stream on TubaView. Go to his website, skytourlive.com or skytourlive. Like a wolf, right? That's what I see too. Or Tycho. He wants to go outside. He's driving me nuts. My poor little husky. Anyway, folks, have a great day. Be well, be blessed, be safe. See everybody later tonight. Hopefully we'll see something tonight. Keep an eye on space weather. See everybody later. I've got to go to work. So till later, peace out. Have a great